Good morning, people. Good morning. Um, how are we? Yes, this is straight up wrestling discussions. That's what we do. We discuss podcast. Um, yeah, it's a pleasure to be here with you, beautiful people. Um, yeah, title. It's not a fallout. It's not all out, but it is everything that is good and bad. This weekend. Um, SmackDown, I'll be honest. Uh, I started watching it. Um, if we're gonna get constant repeats, I could watch Sheamus and Gunther again, easy. Um, I love the fact that Triple H has gone to NXT, and I'd prefer him to be called Eitner, if I'm honest. Bring back his original name. Um, but I'm a little disappointed that they didn't allow him to um, have a singles run, because I mean I got the opinion that they were going to put the strap on him. So I'm a little sad about that, but you know they're going to be tag team champions, and they're definitely going to rival um, the Usos and yeah Imperium. You know what I mean? Leave that shit on the mat. Love Imperium, man. Love Imperium. Yeah. So I'm happy with that. That was a pretty good start, I suppose, and then it declined. Yeah, and then it declined. Um, I gotta be honest, I can do without seeing Aaliyah and Raquel on TV. They just don't do it for me, people. Seriously, Raquel Gonzalez, man, the woman isn't supposed to fucking jump around and portray herself in that way. The woman's a pure fucking heel. Um, the woman manhandles people. She's not meant to hug and kiss and please. It's just stop, stop. It's no, I'm not having it. So I mean, they went over against Toxic Attraction. Um, does this mean that Toxic Attraction are now, you know, Mandy Rose is going to go alone? Have we split them? Um, you know, I'm I'm not sure. Um, you know, we get. I love Sami Zayn, people. I love Sami Zayn. The man's an absolute godsend. So we get Sami Zayn and the Usos in the ring, um, talking about family and all these things, and that only leads to one thing, doesn't it? The man that showed up. Um, yeah, and cost Drew McIntyre the title. Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa goes to the ring, um, talking about how he's basically the problem solver for the family. The family's growing. Um, and we get it's the greatest slogan in wrestling. You know, you the twos and we the ones. It's brilliant, man. I just love that. It's so simplistic, but you know what? It looks fantastic. When it comes off, I love it. Drew McIntyre comes down. That's what Drew McIntyre makes me do, people. That's what Drew McIntyre makes me do. Um, Same old Drew, 24/7, comes down the ring with his chair, not his sword, and it leads to obviously Drew telling Solo Sikoa, "You're mine tonight, boy." Sikoa, yeah, responds. You know what I mean? I'll basically, yeah, I'll fight you. I'll fight you, and that's what we're gonna get. Um, you know, and yeah, obviously, I've already spoke about it. Then we got the Dream Tag Team, whatever. Not interested in the slightest. Um, it's just boredom, people. And then we get when we get the playback, which was what happened to Adam Pearce, when Ronda Rousey taught him a valuable lesson of don't fuck with the baddest woman on the planet. So she says, until she gets kicked in the face again, or you know, knocked shit out, I suppose. But yeah, we get that matchup with Rousey, Zia Lee, um, Sonya Deville, and whoever the other one was. Yes, Rowdy goes over. She's got another date with Liv Morgan. People, Liv Morgan, you know, is finally getting some recognition that she deserves. Um, and that's that, I suppose. Rousey, Shayna, are we gonna see some sort of coalition, or is this building to Shayna versus Ronda? I've been waiting for it, people. I've been waiting for it. Um, you know, I really want to see this. I want to see the old Shayna back. I want to see the old Shayna back. I'm waiting for it. So I mean, we've got Extreme Rules, Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan. Um, roll on. I suppose Street Profits. Um, fucking hate the Street Profits, people. I mean, I really hate the Street Profits. And Hit Row versus Gaza, blah de blah, blah de blah, blah de blah. Male models, holy shit. Get this shit off my TV. I mean, that and Quincy Elliott of NXT. You know what, people? Let's not turn this into something it's not. But come on. I mean, seriously. We're supposed to be taking WWE seriously now. But no, that's not the case. Um, you know, now we get exactly the same repeats as what we had on Raw. You didn't have to announce Braun Strowman would be at SmackDown. So what do? They send Tweedledum and Tweedledee to the ring. Chad Gable and Otis, and yeah, they feed them to Braun. Braun comes out to his new music. I like it. Um, I'm not too sure though about the red pants, people. I'm not too sure about the red pants. I'm really not. So we see Chad Gable talking some shit, and out comes Braun basically he gives it's a right hand, and they get laid out. Um, yeah, they get laid out in monster fashion. Um, Braun power bombs Gable, power bombs Otis. It's done. Then we get Drew McIntyre, talking backstage like only Drew McIntyre can do, people. Only Drew can do this. With that Scottish voice, that Soul Sikoa comes out. I like Sikoa, man. So I like Sikoa. Soul Sikoa comes out. Bit of a throwback to I am looking at something on the TV. Sorry, people. So score comes out, throwbacks to Taz. Um, what? Why? We get a fight outside the ring, and out come the Street Profits to save the day. Why does Street Profits constantly have to be involved in some sort of running? I mean, shit, people. They bore me, the Street Profits. I mean, they really do. I read something a little while ago that Montel Ford was gonna get a singles run. No, please don't. Um, I'm not into the Street Profits at all. I just find them just. I can have this argument with a lot of people. A lot of people say, yeah, but they're current, they're modern day. I just whatever. You know, I don't relate to smoke and shit. It's with all due respect, it's for me it's an Americanized thing. It's not a European thing. So yeah, maybe that's just the case that I don't relate to them. Um, it's yeah, take it or leave it, me. I suppose. Um, what else we got? I want to gonna quickly knock on with the AEW, bit of AEW. This Grand Slam title championship, fucking shit. Tony Khan, man. Listen, people, Tony Khan is an absolute fucking fruitcake. Um, he's delusional, this man. Um, you know, and I'm going to use the expression, he's a scruff. He's a scruffy get. A man with all that money. I mean, all right, you see, you don't have to look any particular way if you've got money or not. You know, money doesn't define a man or a woman. Um, you know, but the guy's shit, man. It's just like he must wake up in the morning and it, he's got the same fucking shirts and ties all in his wardrobe, same pants. This bit like Mr. Bean, and that's who he reminds me of, Mr. Bean. Um, he hasn't cut his hair in fucking God knows how long, and his ability to interact people with a microphone or a camera is dreadful. But we heard him getting booed by the fans. You know what? I, I love it. I love it. I love how these fans, 12 months ago were, you know, believing that everything was going to be perfect and it's backfired, and I love it. I don't love the failure of I don't love failure by any means, but I love it when fans get a kick in the teeth. You know, wrestling's wrestling, and you know what? Nothing is perfect in this world. But there are always going to be ups and downs, but there are just people that are going to argue that, you know, that Tony Khan is a god and blah, 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 and he's a wrestling fan, and, these EVPs, they're going to make everything right again. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Absolute freaking pile of trash. Um, so I mean, Tony Khan, he makes this tournament, the Grand Slam, the bracket, just made up of champions, really. We've got instant buys for Chris Jericho and John Moxley. Moxley's talking shit about, how whatever, John. You know what I mean? Go talk to someone else. Not interested. Um, it's just this is so poorly put together. This tournament, it's not funny. Um, there's no freshness in it, at all. What a waste of MJF coming back all out. Um, that whole thing should have been put on a slow build for people to eventually see it was MJF. Um, but that's not how Tony Khan does things um, at all. The guy's lazy when it comes to wrestling. Calls himself a wrestling fan. No, I'm sorry. Guevara, the won more TNT titles than anyone else. The guy's played hot potato with every championship run he's had. He ain't held it for long. Against the longest reigning TNT champion. All right, I can't dispute that. Then we have Hangman and Danielson. Danielson goes over. Yeah, I kind of get that. But to me, they missed the complete point. You know, Uh, there needs to be a bit of freshness. They're just constantly using the same people. There is no building superstars. They have a massive, massive, you know, roster of good talent that's failed in WWE. Hager, you know, why are we not putting Hager in that tournament? Why are we not putting Miro? Why does it need to be a tournament just made up of champions? I don't get that, man. I really don't get that at all. It's lazy booking. We're not building new people. We're making the same mistakes um, time after time again. Is Tony Khan insane? You know what I mean? Because that's the saying. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again. They're making the same mistakes as the company from Stamford, Connecticut, um, that made under Vince McMahon. I mean, it's not good, people. It's not good, at all. Um, like I said, a freshness would have been, Alistair Black has left, or it's not been officially announced yet. Thunder Rosa has requested a release. Um, there's mass trouble in that company, man. Honestly, mass trouble. Um, I'm telling you now, and I'm gonna put this one here, so just so it's here. William Regal, watch this space. Watch this space. William Regal is best mates with Triple H, and he only signed a short-term deal. So watch this space, people. Um, Mark my words, there'll be some more releases and requests in the next coming weeks. Um, so we got the tournament. Me personally, do you know what would have made more sense and it caused a bit of controversy in the wrestling world if Tony Khan had basically, used the fans' frustration to his advantage and turned heel himself, handing the title to, MJF. That would have been fantastic. You know, I can get behind that shit. Um, and I suppose that's AEW. UFC people, UFC controversy. Hazmat Chimaev misses weight by 7 pounds. 7 pounds. 3 days ago, he was, I think they said, 13.5. So he was 13 pounds overweight 3 days ago. So he had 4 days to make weight. I couldn't do it, honestly, but I probably could have put my mind to it, and yeah, but he could have done it. You know, he was a bit. He didn't care. He didn't care. So we've lost that fight. With Nate Diaz, he's taken on Chimaev now. Is taking on Kevin Holland, and Nate Diaz is going to fight Tony Ferguson. I'm more excited for Tony Ferguson and Nate Diaz than I am uh, Chimaev Diaz. I think it'll be a better rounded fight, if I'm honest. Yeah, bit of UFC, bit of wrestling talk. Yeah, so that's that, people. Have a great weekend. Um, and yeah, comment, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and yeah, share.